Now then, boys, what's going on? This is Yorkie here, and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 22 Salford City Road to Glory. Now, a lot has changed since we recorded the last episode. I had COVID. If you didn't see it, didn't put it in the community section, so I had COVID. I was down and out, boys, for at least a week, and then just freshly getting back to work last week as well. So we are sitting down and recording now, and I've said this already, which is really devastating because I said this in the last video and then I got COVID. But we should be back regularly in these next couple of weeks. We should be at least, hopefully, maybe 5 videos a week. We'll see what happens, but I'm aiming for 5 videos a week. We should be fine. We should be getting there. One, I do appreciate all the patience from you guys. You've been absolutely fantastic. Also, massively appreciate all the kind comments. You know, we're having COVID and stuff like that, and still all the support that's been shown. So we're back, hopefully back in a rhythm, because it was really frustrating getting that one video out there and then knowing that I couldn't record another because I was ill. Like, it was so frustrating. I hate seeing that little gap in between videos on the YouTube analytics. It drives me mad. But anyway, strap yourselves in because there's been a title update. I've not played in 2 weeks, so we might absolutely get smashed in this video, and I can't remember what we were doing, but we're going to learn it all again together. On the plus side, in the last episode, we were on fire in the games that we played. We finished the episode with a 6-0 win against Birmingham. Absolutely smashed them. Malik Wilks joined the club as well here in January. He's been unbelievable for us. So we're going to finish the window in this one. But yeah, to be honest with you, I don't see us doing any business. It was a record transfer for Malik Wilks, so I don't think we'll be spending any more money. There is a little bit, and there's potential that maybe a big player leaves the club. Hopefully not, touch wood. But I think that's it. I think we're done and dusted for this window. Let's get through this window as quickly as possible and get ourselves into the next month. While we're doing that, if you are new around here and you haven't already smashed that subscribe button, we're on the road to 5k. Hey, maybe we'll hit 5k before we actually get to FIFA 23, which is absolutely nuts. So thank you very much. And if you are new to the channel and you joined while I had COVID and you was like, where are the videos? Well, here they are right now. Deadline day is upon us. I don't think we've received any transfer bids, so it's absolutely good for us. We've got some scout reports coming back, but again, I'm not going to be acting on any of them. I still think we might get promoted. You guys even voted that we might get promoted this season, so out of interest in that, I don't think we need to be signing any more players, but we do need to be looking at players that are going to be just players that can come in and maybe have an impact in the Premiership now. I think we need to start thinking that we might be a Premiership team. So we do have a big transfer on deadline day, because of course it would be a deadline day without one. With the hours, we've got 4 hours left. I can't replace him in 4 hours. It's just near impossible to replace him in 4 hours. It's 7.6 million from Porto. We definitely negotiate this up to 10 million. I need to see what centre-backs we've got on the transfer list. I really don't think that this is a smart deal for us to do, considering where we are on deadline day. We don't have an instant player, I don't feel like, who could come in for him instantly. We could go back in for Cresswell, who we tried to sign in the summer, but I think we're going to say no to that transfer. I think we're going to keep Doyle for now, and what we'll do is we'll just put this agreement in place now, right, with Callum Doyle, that if we don't get promoted this season, because he'll be frustrated that we're not letting him go, that we will let him leave in the summer. If we stay in the Championship, we will accept a bid for him in the summer. But there we go then. This is going to be the end of the transfer window. We'll take a cheeky look at some of the biggest deals in this. Holy Phil Foden, 233 million for Phil Foden from Real Madrid. 146 million from Atletico Madrid to Borussia Dortmund for Jude Bellingham. There are some very, very big transfers here. Oh my God. I mean, Man City, though, losing Phil Foden. They're bringing in Pedri, but they've lost Alvarez as well. I mean, that is nuts. Graven Birch from Getafe. Imagine you're Getafe and you get that kind of money. We got nowhere near that, but we have managed to escape the transfer window, spent 6 million, get a record transfer in, didn't lose any of the big players, but we do now have that in place with Doyle in the summer, so hopefully we can plod on and get promotion. The first game in this episode, though, is going to be against QPR, and they're 5th in the league, right behind us. They can catch some ground with us. They can also slow us down in the race for potential automatic promotion. I'm not going to lie, I do have a pretty bad feeling about this QPR game, just because I've not played in so long. This is going to be the starting 11. Young and Jade Jones up top, McNeil in behind. Like Wilkes on the right, Morrow on the left. Pro and Amos will be our central midfielders. Doyle, Ogilvie, and Abdelouai in the back line. Tom King, of course, in net. And our captain. QPR have a pretty decent team. We know that already. 5th in the league, you don't get there for nothing. They are going to come at us in this one because they want to gain as much ground as humanly possible. At the moment, we would actually be taking on QPR in the playoffs. If the table ended right now, this would be our playoff. Should give us a bit of a good opportunity as well then to see what they will be like if we did end up playing against them in the playoffs right now. And I need to remember the controls as quickly as humanly possible. I've played a little bit of eFootball in between this, which might not have been the smartest decision. I probably should have had a warm-up game, boys, but I didn't. I wanted to go in instantly and get this footage recorded. I missed you all. I hope you missed me too. And hopefully we can get back to normal now with some decent videos, hopefully, where we make it to the Premiership. Inter will be back as well. This one will go up before the Inter video. That's really good defending from Doyle. That's exactly why we kept him. We are currently the best defensive team in the league. We'll have some of that. And with defensive plays like that from Doyle, it is not a surprise that we are one of the best defensive teams in the league. That is a great ball from Young out to Morrow. Absolutely fantastic. Get the ball back across there to Amos. He's going to find Young. Young does not have the footwork there. That was not silky smooth from him. Thomas now has had the ball played in. Abdelouai made a bit of a mistake there, and it's a really scuffed shot. I don't know what he's done there. He's made an absolute mess of that. It's been a tentative affair so far, and it's been, luckily for us, Doyle being pretty successful as that one sails over the crossbar. Good ball now. Morrow can get to that, can he not? No, he can't. This is great playing by Thomas, and Doyle will get there. And again, it's just inches away from a really good opportunity there at Pro now. If he plays the correct pass, I think he has done. Ricky J. Jones is going to be on, is he? Ricky J. Jones with the scuff shot. Not what you expect from him in that position. He's had a great goal-scoring season, but that is wild. Can Young do? I needed that reverse run from Malik Wilkes, but Young's actually done really well here with his pace. I need him to pull it back, though he does. He pulls it across to Ricky J. Jones, and I think he's deflected off of McNeil and over the bar, so this will be a goal kick and not a corner. McNeil getting in the way there. We'll see if it's going to be more of the same then in the second half, or if one side can kind of create some magic. We had that real good moment with Ricky J. Jones, where he absolutely shanked it. They had a similar moment that was scuffed. Either side needs to find their shooting boots if we're going to have a goal in this one, but I do have a feeling that it's going to be very much the same here in the second half. Two sides that have done fairly well defensively, but not really offered much going forward. Ricky J. Jones finds McNeil. Neil, good on the turn actually there. At Pro now. Wants to whip that one into Ricky J. Jones there. Malik Wilkes couldn't find the ball. Atpa did brilliantly there to get that back to Amos. He's done fantastic to keep the football there, actually. That's a really good ball out to Morrow. Morrow will whip that one across to Brad Young. Just could not get the right header on it. It seemed like he was trying to head it back across goal, which is definitely not what I wanted from him. Here comes QPR. Pedersen against Doyle, who's had a good game. And again, defence seems to be winning out here at the moment. Great interception from Ogilvie, and that was a great move, and Thomas has put it wide. Wilkes does brilliantly there to get that one back across, and he can't get it into Ricky J. Jones, and I feel like that cutting edge is missing. We're going to have to make some subs. I don't know what sub will have enough of an impact on this game. I'd love to have Elliot List on the bench right now. I feel like maybe he could come on and have a massive difference, but the injury out pretty much for the rest of the season, near enough. We might have him back for the final month, depending how quick his recovery is, which I'm hoping is very quick. Young did great there to Malik Wilkes. Then back out to Ricky J. Jones. And what a save from the keeper. That was better pressure from us, but I think we need a little bit more. Lado's going to come on. Timmy Abraham is going to come on. He's silenced the critics recently. Can he get the winning goal here today? That would be massive. Ricky J. Jones might get onto that. Oh, my God. What a save from Dieng. That was the moment there for Ricky. Let's see if we can whip another great ball in. Not a bad one in. Mark might get to it. He does, but it's not a good header. Malik Wilkes now. Pings it across. Ricky J. Jones. It's good footwork. Ricky J. Jones. What a save from Dieng again. I definitely think we picked it up a notch here in the second half, but we just can't find the back of the net. Timmy knocks it down for Abdelouhai. Should have played it on again. Should not be taking the chance there. Atpro wins the football back, though. Lado can't keep hold of it. This is nice play. That's really nice play. And Tom King will keep it out. And he needed to keep it out again. And Dykes will make it 1-0 QPR towards the end of the game. And that is absolutely crushing. Without a doubt in my mind, this second half, we have been the better team. He saved it initially, but then couldn't get up in time. I can't really put the blame on King. More players should have been coming in after the opening opportunity. And just like that, in a second half that I felt like we've been the better side. Well, that's a fantastic ball out to Pedersen. Pedersen does not go beyond Ogilvie, though. And now if we're going to do it, it has to be now. Ogilvie piling forward. Pings that one into Ricky J. Jones. Oh my God, what a ball that is. Ricky J. Jones, 1-1, Salford versus QPR. What a ball in that is from Ogilvie of all players. Oh my God. He's had numerous chances as well as Ricky J. Jones, I'm not going to lie. And that one, though, was brilliant. Smashes it into the top of the net. And we're going to come away with a point which I even said at halftime I'd be happy with. I think we've been the better side here in the second half. But considering that they managed to bag that goal so late in the game, for us to show this kind of fight back and spirit, is this a sign of things to come if we are in the playoffs this season, of what hopefully we'll be able to do? That'll be it then. There's the full-time whistle, and we will only take a point. Well, look now, I think we did enough, to be honest with you, in the second half. I felt like we defended really well as well, to be honest. Ricky J. Jones had a lot of chances. You'll see there 9 shots to their 5. Ricky J. Jones did have a lot of opportunities, but in the end, he scored the all-important goal, and we'll happily take a point. When you're playing against 5th in the league, I'll happily take a point there. And I mean, we're still only 4 points off second, which is automatic. We've got some scout reports come back as well, and we've been pretty blessed so far with some of the scout reports we've had back. But since we've been so blessed, I'm not expecting us to continue to have that theme because we don't have the greatest of scouts. And to be honest with you, every single one of these Welsh players is not good enough. Logan Wilkins from England could be decent. Goalkeeper as well, but he is not. That is really unfortunate. Big news as well. Elliot List is on his way back. I reckon by the end of this month, Elliot List will be fully fit and in the starting 11 again. Hopefully, we can have him back in the team for this huge end run of the season, and most importantly, in the squad for the playoffs. Also received the transfer bid for Amos from AZ. We are going to reject it because I do feel like if we get promoted, he'd be more than happy to stay with the team. We will have to answer the questions of what we do with some players that maybe are now too good for this team in this league if we don't get promoted. So it's 16th place Reading next. This is going to be the starting 11. We are going to quick sim this one in the hopes that we get a decent result. It's going to be Timmy Abraham and Ricky J. Jones up top. Hopefully, the sim is going to be kind to me. It's been really good to us this season. We do draw 2-2, but the decision to start Timmy Abraham, obviously the right one. He bags himself a brace and, in fact, manages to get us the draw. So Preston up next. We are going to play this game. This is going to be the starting 11. Timmy Abraham in the starting 11, of course, bagging a brace in the last game against Reading. We've gone with Lado in this one. Galloway comes back into the team. As you can see there, Doyle now 77 rated. It is starting to feel like as time goes on, he's probably going to be a player that we're going to struggle to keep hold of. He's still extremely young. He's going to keep on growing, and it is only a matter of time before someone massive comes in for him, maybe even in the summer. Oh, I could see us struggling here against Preston. I really think we need to bounce back now. We need to get a win. If we're going to be a side that could get promoted automatically, we're kind of at that stage now where it has to be right now that we keep picking up good wins. We do have Elliot List coming back, which, again, is massive. I can't understate how big it is that we're going to have Elliot List back for this end run of the season. That was a really good ball in. I thought Doyle had got there. Sibic really didn't do well with the football there. That's a good ball in, and to go 1-0 down here would be massive. Wolfenden just doing enough to get away with that one. Malik Wilkes now can turn, and he has got pace to burn. He has definitely put on the jets there. That is a great ball. Then back into Galloway, who will find Malik Wilkes. Malik Wilkes piling forward and nearly finding Timmy Abraham there, and I thought so. Ricky J. Jones handballed it. An early goal would be massive. Getting a cushion in this one as well would be huge. I feel like we left the door open for QPR in that second half. We need to close it as quickly as possible in this one. But those kind of runs from Malik Wilks, we need that as often as possible. Owen's that back. And Timmy Abraham might be played in. How close was that? Timmy was nearly clean through. That is great defending again from Doyle. He's absolutely smashing it at the moment. And Galloway's been found now. And Galloway's going to be able to go clean through. And Galloway's going to make it 1-0 at Salford City. Calm, cool and collected from the centre of the park there. And I'm not sure if that's his first goal or not. I don't think it is. But he doesn't score many. So it's always good to see one of the youth academy players get on the score sheet. That all came as well from Doyle's interception, from Doyle's tackle. He's been fantastic. That is his second goal for the club. 2 goals in 17 matches. He's not a big goal scorer. It's not what he's in the team to do. But he does look set to be one of the better youth academy players that we've had, especially from that first set. Wilson's got really good close control as well. That's something I absolutely adore about him. That's a great ball from Galloway. And then Lado pings that one out wide to Timmy Abraham. Timmy Abraham back across. Ricky J. Jones. Oh, it just doesn't quite make it over the line. Nearly 2-0 Salford City. We nearly had the cushion we desired. I am not sure how is that not a corner though? Like, legitimately, how have we been done out of a corner there? Reese now. That's a good ball out wide. This is a really good move, although he's absolutely shanked at that. Go on then, Ricky. Go on then, Ricky. That's a fantastic ball from Timmy Abraham. Ricky J. Jones in a good position. Will we have our cushion? We won't. What a save from Ingram. I was positive that that was going to be a goal. I really was. Ricky J. Jones might win the header. It's miles over the bar. Oh my God, what a ball that is from Ricky J. Jones to Malik Wilks. Malik Wilks now bearing down on goal. Oh, I thought he was putting it in the back of the net. How's he managed to drag that one wide? That is a position he's so dangerous in. I think his second touch was pretty poor, to be honest with you, and then he's just absolutely swung at it. I'm not quite sure how, but Preston do escape at halftime with only a 1-goal deficit. This should definitely be more. We are going to have to work hard now in this second half to make sure it is more. We need that cushion, man. We really need that cushion. We're going to have to really work for it here in the second half. There's a good ball out wide now for Preston. They can move the ball nicely. They do counter. It hasn't worked for them so far, but all it takes is one moment against us, it feels like, and that might be the moment right there, but Tom King just gets down to save it. Walker will be absolutely kicking himself that he hasn't made it 1-1 there, and they still might have an opportunity now here in the box. Walker's got the ball back. Amos does really well to keep it, and in the end, will he be able to break away? He's just smart. He's calm on the football there. And we get ourselves out of trouble. Here come Preston, piling forward on the break. This is lovely football from Preston, and it is 1-1. And scrappy passing from Salford so far in this second half. We haven't taken our chances. We were always going to leave them that opportunity to get back into the game. They go on the breakaway. It's another poor ball from Ricky J. Jones that actually led to this move. And there we go, 1-1. But kickoff here, we'll make a double substitution. Marvin and Young coming on. I've taken off Ricky J. Jones. Wilkes was tired, but Ricky J. Jones today just has not done it for us. And that's poor from Timmy Abraham as soon as I put him in that other position. He's just not done it for us today. It's been really frustrating from him. He'll be frustrated, I imagine, at the end of this game. That is lovely play from Galloway. That is good into Young as well. Young then across to Timmy Abraham. And just like that, it is going to be 2-1 Salford City. And we are back in the lead. The substitutes with an instant impact. It's a great ball over from Young, to be honest with you. This is a fantastically weighted pass over. And Timmy Abraham makes it 2-1 Salford City. On a day that one of our star strikers hasn't been firing, even with the passing, his passing's been atrocious. We managed to find ourselves back in the lead. Thanks to some great play from Young and a very composed tap-in from Timmy Abraham. I don't know. He wants that run, doesn't he? He really wants that run. Oh, that is lovely. Timmy Abraham collects it. Timmy Abraham collects it, and Timmy Abraham finishes it. And that should be the game done and dusted. Timmy Abraham is at it again. 3-1 Salford City. You just cannot count this man out. You just genuinely cannot count him out. We move him over one position and then he bags 2 goals. It's last chance saloon. It's now or never really for Preston. And even if they score now, they've still got a bit of a mountain to go. But it would put them back in the game. Great block from Amos. Whiteman. Oh, I don't like this. The movement of the ball is not very good for us, but guess who is there? It is Doyle to get the ball away. Galloway will clean that one out to Kelly. Kelly then will play that one forward to Young. That is a fantastic ball to Young. What can Young do now? That is good from him. Young then! Oh my God, Young scores it! Absolutely brilliant. I am shocked that he managed to get that. I was aiming for the opposite corner, and he drills it into the bottom near post. And there we go, 4-1 Salford City. Completely unexpected, though. Completely. I was trying to bend it into the top corner on the right-hand side, but he made the right decision, completely catching the keeper out. The scoreline suggests comfortable. The game was by no stretch of the imagination comfortable until the final, 20 minutes or so. But there we go. That's a massive victory. Again, we keep dragging ourselves back when we find ourselves in these poor positions. And those substitutions both work perfectly. I think Young kind of came on and changed the game a little bit. I might even chop Ricky J. Jones for a game and give the opportunity again to Timmy, because he's proved in this one with a brace. He got a brace against Reading that he really can come through when we need him to. Next up, Sheffield United. They're 8th in the league at the moment as well. So this shouldn't be an easy game. This actually could be a game where we see ourselves slip up. They've got a really potent front line, as well as a good back line. They'll be really well organised. This will be our starting 11. I'm doing it. We're going with it. Timmy Abraham is going to start up top next to Young today after what was such a great performance. A couple more changes. Marvin starts. McNeil starts. Atpro's back in, but Galloway does not lose his place. This could be a massive win in this episode here against Sheffield United, because they will have aspirations of reaching the playoffs. They're not that far off. This would be a massive way to end the episode. We've also just been told as well, Kemal Öztürk is scoring 5 goals in 3 games. So we're going to take a look at him instantly. But 5 goals in 3 games worries me. Pretty tasty. Regen by the looks of it. So Kemal Öztürk is the man to watch out for. 77 rated overall. He's their cam, as well as Ndai and Brewster up top. So they've got a really good front line. We do have the best defense in the league. I don't know how we've managed that. I really don't. It's probably the weakest part of my FIFA game. But we do have the best defense in the league, and hopefully it's going to stand up today. It's really going to need to stand up today in this game. We need a massive set of performances from those 3 centre-backs. Marvin now. Oh, he tried to ping it forward instantly to Young. Was never going to find that pass. Galloway doing brilliant work there in the centre of the park. Pings that one over to McNeil. That was lovely stuff, that actually, from Galloway to McNeil. The 2 youngsters, the 2 academy boys together. It's crazy, actually. From that first crop of academy players, we have 3 Scottish players that may end up being great for the club and be legends down the line. None of the English players have broken into the team or played a single game of football for us. We do have a goalkeeper out on loan. Potentially, that's great play, and it is Öztürk who will make it 1-0 Sheffield United. He was the one to watch out for, and what a finish that was. Absolutely fooled everybody. Doesn't matter about our youth players, though. This young lad is unbelievable. Surely, oh, what a cheeky goal it is as well. Surely he doesn't find himself staying at Sheffield United if they don't get promoted. It's like a little bit between a finesse and a chip shot, that. He's absolutely fooled everyone. That is now 6 goals in 4 games. And we've got a bit of a mountain to climb already. We've shown how good we are at coming back from being goals down. So I'm not too nervous. That's a great ball there to Marvin. Marvin then back across. Trying to find Timmy Abraham. He just put too much on it. Just that little bit too much on it. That's more like it. We're going to need attacks like that. A goal back early here would be massive. Timmy Abraham now. It's a good ball across to Galloway. Wasn't perfect. Back to Timmy now. Timmy trying to find his way through. Can't. Young ends up keeping the ball, though. Marvin back across Timmy Abraham. What a block from Egan. Timmy Abraham. Timmy did brilliantly there. Ola Aina is on side. Ola Aina will whip that one across. It's Nayley McNeil. It's going to be Young. And it's saved by Davis. That should have been 1-1. This is nice play now from Sheffield United. There, Brewster. Low. Well in, Doyle. You can always expect him to be there. You just can. He's always there when we need him. But this is nice play again. And there we go. 2-0 Sheffield United. And I have to be honest, they deserve it. We've been so poor. We maybe should have had a goal back with Young. But it does feel like Sheffield United at this moment in time are just the better team. There's not much you can do when you come up against someone who is just infinitely better than you. Marvin now, that's good from him. It's that back across to Young. Young then into McNeil. Stabs it into Timmy Abraham. Timmy Abraham manages to turn and shoot! And it is 2-1. And we have a root back in the game. And guess who it is again? It's Mr. Timmy Abraham. Here comes Sheffield United again. And their close control has been out of this world in this game. It's been... just can't really deal with it. Mark, they're doing just enough to get the ball away. Galloway out to Marvin. What can Marvin do now? He's going to have Young. And the ball to Young is actually fantastic. Now, the problem is for Young, he needs to lift that one over to Timmy. Oh, he just couldn't get the right header on it, and Timmy has stayed down. That is horrendous news for us. Timmy Abraham holding his shoulder, so he's probably hurt his ankle. But it looks like he might end up being injured here. That is very, very poor. What can we do now? Ola Aina waits and waits. I needed bodies back on side. There is enough time in this for me to get the goal now. McNeil, back to Young, and I just couldn't find a way through. It's going to be 2-1 at half-time, but the big issue is the Timmy Abraham injury. Now, he can potentially run it off this second half, so we're going to give him the opportunity to run off whatever injury he's got, because it's going to be very worrying if he's out for a long period of time, because we're just about to get Elliot List back. We're about to have all 4 strikers fully fit. And then we go and lose another one just before we can get Elliot List back in the starting 11. Would be devastating. That is unbelievable from Marvin. Great footwork again from Marvin. Marvin can't do it. Timmy Abraham. Oh, I thought I'd managed to chip the keeper. Along comes Ricky J. Jones for us. They've made a change as well. And Dye's come off. He hasn't really had an impact for him. I didn't see who they brought on. They brought on Brenner. So we'll see what happens there for them. And Dye hadn't really had an impact in the game. So, I wouldn't say it's made them weaker. Potentially made them stronger. McNeil now finds Young. Young. Back into McNeil. McNeil should be scoring that. It's got to be 2-2. How is it? A point here at the moment wouldn't seem so bad as Akpa wins the football back there. That is lovely from him. He's going to play that one in behind to Marvin. Marvin now's got the pace. Marvin now's still got the pace. Marvin still going. Drags it back. Young! Oh, he's going to score it. Akpa! What a save from Davis. Is having a blindering goal for Sheffield United. We've brought on Malik Wilkes for Ola Aina. And I just need a goal here. Young's never going to get to that. Well, never mind. It wasn't even Young. Young then back across. Mark. We'll play that to Doyle. Doyle inside to Ricky J. Jones. Great work from Ricky J. Jones. Ricky J. Jones! What a goal! It's 2-2. Salford City. The substitute, Ricky J. Jones, coming back on, trying to get himself back in favour. And we'll tie this up. I think it's exactly what we deserve as well. I feel like we've been more than in this game. I did say I'd take a point right now, but I would like to go on and win this. If we can push on and win this, that would be massive. Oh, that is lovely play from Sheffield United. Ozturk has caused so many problems. Well done, Mark. Faced up by Ozturk now. He's been fantastic. We're going to have to maybe scout him. He looks like a solid player as he wins the football back there again. Benassi, this is lovely play. Brewster! What a finish from Ryan Brewster. And that will break Salford City hearts. Surely Sheffield United now will win this one 3-2. I'm not sure how Sheffield United are 8th in the league, to be honest with you, because you look at the way they've performed in this one. Unbelievable. They've got a fantastic team as well. That should be noted. Their team is absolutely brilliant. Galloway, they're going to be brought down. And I just have no idea how they find themselves in the position of 8. Will they be there for long? Is there a way around this for us? Is there a very, very late goal for Salford City? No, not with a pass like that from McNeil. Bit of a hit and miss season for him. And I think that should see the game done and dusted. Sheffield United will win this one 3-2. So disappointing as well to be 2 goals down and to pull yourselves back to 2-2 and maybe even be the team that could go on and win it and then to concede an unbelievable goal. Let's be honest, it was a worldie for Brewster. Absolutely perfect top corner. That man is an absolute beast. Kamal Ozturk, keep an eye out for him for the rest of this series, because he was unbelievable. It does still keep us 4th in the table, but I think now as time's going on, it's becoming quite evident that we will not be a side that gets automatic promotion. But 64 points. We are not comfortably in the playoffs, but we are still in the playoffs with more than enough games to go, though, to end up being knocked out of those playoffs. And Sheffield United, of course, I said, one of the sides that are going to try and knock us out of that. Scout reports back again for the youth, and Wales back at it again. Bryn Bowen. I think it's Bryn, right? That's how we say that in Welsh. I don't know. But we're going to take a look at Bowen. He could be brilliant. Once again, really not much from England. We've got Harley Stubbs, but we're already set at goalkeeper. So England has been a little bit of a dud. Again, I wanted some good English players in our academy, but we've really struggled for them. Good news as well, Timmy Abraham will only be out for up to 5 days. So we can rest a bit easier that we're going to have all the strike power we need heading into the final run of the season. Let's go in here and look at Bowen instantly. I need to see what position he actually plays. We wanted ourselves a Gareth Bale, and we're going to look at him now, but this might be our Gareth Bale story. But with 69 pace, I'm not sure he is going to be our Gareth Bale story. It would take 9 weeks to retrain him to play right mid, and I just don't think he's good enough. I think we're going to keep him as a striker, a physical striker, but he's only 5'10". The pace needs to be improved. I'm just not sure where he belongs. But with that dribbling as well, it would take a massive amount of work to make him a unbelievable right midfielder. Let me know down below what you think. What position should we train him to play? Now, next month, the month of March, is absolutely huge. It is chock-a-block full of games, and we're nearly at the end of the season, guys. We really are. We're close to being at a stage where we're towards the end of the season, and of course, we'll have a playoff episode. If we're in the playoffs, there will be one episode just designated to the playoffs and a little bit at the end of the season stuff. So there's still everything to play for in this league for Salford City. That's going to be it for this one. Again, guys, I want to say thank you very much for the support that you've shown and all the nice comments that you've shown from hearing I had COVID and stuff like that. We are on the mend and videos should be coming back. Again, I'm not going to be silly. I'm not going to say there's going to be a video every single day because I'm not sure how possible that's going to be with the new job. But my aim is 5 a week, and I feel like that's probably a target I'll be able to hit once I'm actually feeling 100% better. Appreciate you all. New around here, smash the sub button, and I will see you in the next episode.